No, okay, we should be here. All right, we're streaming. Okay, welcome everyone. We'll be going into... Let me just move this somewhere else. We'll be going into Djincitto versus Merlintho, and well, what is actually the second game of the invitational, but you know, the other match was at 4 p.m. so couldn't manage to get that one. We're going to be Dragon versus Crane, which I assume is going to be, if it's Djincitto, Kyuden Kakita duel. And then I don't know what Merlintho generally plays, but okay, it is the Sashimono Mountains Anvil Castle even. Instead of Iron Mountain Castle. Yeah, so spicy stuff. Generally what you would imagine, except well for the 2 Sashimono and actually 2 Empress's Legacy on the dragon side. Sharpen the mind to Field of Ruins. Make your case. Okay. So yeah, focusing more on tower has both Hante, Satori, and Jodan. So Emperor represent. And Shomon, Yuikimi, and Yokuni being there as well with, okay, Adorn Temple as the... Adorn Temple is interesting. How is he... Oh, make your case. I guess you can trigger it with. Although that's basically the only thing. Yeah, there's literally no synergy with the Dawn Temple except make your case, which is interesting. Sorry, I'm behind on a lot of stuff. New computer, new OBS installation. Sorry. Alright, now title should be updated. Yep. Okay, so we start out with Djincitto buying the Dojo warrior, which Merlintho bid into. But being first player, Djincitto gets the pretty relevant Void Ring here. Okay, so we see Defend Your Honor, Voice of Honor, Hark Tattoo, and Formal Invitation. Probably one of the cancels is best here. And then the play is to go Earthring for next turn. Okay, he's going to overlay with Kageu. Which, I mean, doesn't really allow for a defense unless Hark Tattoo is expanded as well. But, I mean, the defense is possible now, so... And maybe having bid 4, if I take a look at Merlintho's list, maybe there's just not enough to push through. Basically, the only thing would be let go Banzai. And a fine katana. I mean, I think he doesn't have much choice, but if he attacks, I assume he has something. Or maybe Djincitto is just comfortable with letting this go either way because he's ahead on board and armed. And on Province is broken if he attacks. In terms of move-in, there is nothing on the dragon side, so... Okay, and Djincitto decides I'm going on the offense. That's, I think, the correct play. And then we go fire to dishonor Sotogi. Finds restoration, perfect. Emperor's Legacy is going to make sure Dragon gets the favor though. Satori calling mommy for help. So yeah, Dragon definitely on the back foot, needs to win Void now. And with Takamori coming in, that's going to be difficult. But at least there's a favorable ground. We can use Cycle of Rebirth on the tea house. I probably would. You're leaving the tea house, okay? The going into 5 bits now that the warrior has done his job. Oh, okay, we have Field of Ruin. Now it makes it a bit more sense. It's really difficult because there's still the Defend Your Honor in Crane's hand. Water into Feast of Famine. But literally, like I said, there is no move in for Dragon. Like there's literally nothing aside from the favorable ground. So even if even if they move in, it could just be like they have to go against like the 7 or 8 military Kageu. Yeah, so I don't immediately see Dragon doing anything worthwhile. Going into Feast of Famine means Djincitto doesn't want the Cycle of Vengeance to trigger. I think given that he found a copy for Kageu, that's definitely valid. Seeing he's going to win on board regardless. The Shugenja is not able to attack, but we have Ready for Battle at least. Else would have probably been a pretty questionable play. Although it only makes an honor difference, so it doesn't really keep you in the game, even if you had defended with the Shugenja. Okay, so we have Pilgrimage, and then we have Pledge of Loyalty, Honor's Reward, and Pursuit of Justice. Honor's Reward could be a pretty easy defense with one of the characters, but what is the... It's Lord Ascendancy under the box for Dragon. The favorable ground is there. So I don't think Djincitto wants to attack again this turn. Going to see a Banzai on Djincitto's side. There's one Story Defeat and one Elegance and Grace. The rest of the cards is mostly what you'd expect. One Formal, one Hawk, so those two are gone, I think. Oh no, the Formal is there. One Gunbai, one Ayabune pilot. Okay, so the Banzai on the other side is cancelled by Defend Your Honor. So Djincitto trading 2 cards for 1 for this defense. The Emperor's Legacy actually going to do nothing this turn, but at least Dragon gets to keep the favor at first glance. Okay, Dutiful Assistance gets played. I don't think that has any bearing right now whatsoever. Oh, return the offense, okay. Problem is... Oh, okay, we see censure. That's a good save, although it would have been a... I don't know, I would have actually... You have the move in, unless you really care about the... Oh, okay, and Djincitto is rightfully going to... I mean, no, you shouldn't attack because you let Satori honor for no reason. Because he can move in, the move in is going away. No, definitely not the stronghold. Ugh. Phew, no, that's a big misplay. You... Well, okay, Favor wasn't going to exchange, but you... Wait, why don't we trigger Lord's Ascendancy? Even if you don't want to do it on your own character, you could have Lord's Ascendancy D. Huh? Okay. You could have even Lord's Ascendancy D Diplomat if you didn't want to do it on Satori. And I would have probably done it on Satori. No flip this turn to activate Takamori though. Well, I guess maybe the Swordsmith can be played and then the Samurai, but... So because the Lord Ascendancy wasn't used, it's not the worst mistake, but I definitely didn't like that attack to honor Satori. That seemed like a huge misplay. We could have potentially seen a Yokuni steal for the Takamori, but that would have just removed the Whisperer, which isn't very... Better to use the Doji Challenger then. Huh, okay, interesting. And Merlintho deciding I got enough cards out of Djincitto, I can bid 1. No, sorry, 1 less, and put on some honor pressure. we find Sashimono with the swordsmith. So Yokuni has a few options. It's either Sotori or it's Challenger. Potentially Kageu, but I don't really see that happening. There is a favorable ground to counteract the Challenger effect. Oh, but Yokuni copied Swordsmith. Okay. That's dangerous considering Challenger can come and bow your whole board. But of course, Sashimono can offset that. Though, again, Challenger can attack politically and get you in. The attack for Dragon, I would assume, is a military fire or military void. Yeah, probably military void. With Sotori. I was thinking about fire because you might want to turn off Voice of Honor. But the potential of possibly losing that conflict, although with Kageu, it's a good way to force the favorable ground, but I'm not sure if I like the pilgrimage attack. I'm not sure if I like fire. I do tend to like fire more than most people, given that people sometimes underestimate the sort of board state push it can give you. And there is, of course, against grain some upsides with turning off Voice of Honor. And I assume we're going to see Sashimono played here. Okay, and no defense. So, political water on Lord Ascendancy, pull in Sotori. Or are we going Void? Military Void just to take it off the table, wow. Or it could be a really good bait to like let go the Sashimono after. Okay, we see Cloud. That could be answered by Let Go, but if there was a Let Go, I would have expected to see it probably. Cloud does make it so... And again, no Lord's Ascendancy trigger on the Satori, of course. You don't need to do it now. Void was successfully defended. We might see Kageu coveted and the Satori attack. Although there is still the formal invitation. That's what we saw. Like first turn, right? Yeah. So the political attack is currently pretty bad. I would actually just attack with the Swordsmith on Earth. No, wait, the Swordsmith can't attack. Do I risk a conflict? I literally have a Phoenix tattoo. Yeah, Dragon just has Phoenix tattoo as the political pump. Oh no. Well, Pledge of Loyalty isn't going to do much. Oh no, it's Pursuit in a row. Okay. It's just Pursuit in a row. This is interesting. I assume Dragon has one of its 3 indomitable wills. So not defending is really risky. Maybe Djincitto thinks, I can go all in. All inning with Kageu would be 12, 15 against 8. That would basically do the trick. Like, there is the only thing Dragon does is play Phoenix Tattoo and card games, and that's basically the interaction with your opponent's game plan on the Dragon side. There's a sharp in the mind for some political power, but it's a really hard call. And it looks like Djincitto really taking his time. Yeah, I would too. But eventually deciding I'd rather... he'd rather try to... just do a conflict with Kageu. Although, again, same thing with the Dragon here. Aside from duelist training, which isn't going to be big enough, and then a few stat pumps in Ornate Fan and Daimyo's Gunbai, Ayabune Pilot, new name, which the Kageu already has 2 restricted. There isn't really a combat trick outside of a story defeat. Which, given how hard Djincitto is thinking, I don't think he has a gotcha like that. But we might see a formal invitation on the challenger and defend pursuit in that way. That would at least prevent a break. But there's also a high chance at let go. Yeah, so Whisper. Okay, card games. Card games prevents the break, but doesn't keep Satori neutral, of course. I do think Dragon wants to break here. And yeah, there's the Phoenix tattoo. Okay, formal invitation on Kageu. Let go on the formal invitation. Oh, Voice of Honor after the card game. Smart, smart. Move in. That's a few more cards. And we're going to dishonor Satori. Of course, there could be a believe in a little teacher. Yep, so nice sequence of events. That does leave Djincitto with not much offense. But at least the Satori is quite maimed for next turn. Let's see, is there a 5-drop on Djincitto's side? There's Hotaru. And there's the Negotiators for 4 drops. But I think 1 or 2 Negotiators already went. Yeah. So, chances that either Yokuni or Satori are going to be kept out of a conflict is small with the next flop. It's literally 4 out of 31 cards. Sorry, 30 cards. Not a great chance. Okay, we saw Tattoo Wanderer, let go, gets fired. So Yukuni is going to be able to defend, no problem. As I said, outside the stat boost that you would expect, there's not really a Fauché, Muscle, or a combat trick, so Yokuni is going to win this round. Has a Phoenix or 2. Okay, card games, that's fine. It's everyone else gets pride, right? Yeah, so it isn't going to honor Yokuni, but it's at least going to dishonor Takamori. We see a belief played. There is no noble sacrifice, by the way, on Djincitto's deck. So yeah, Takamori is going to be a just a 0-0 as far as I can tell, unless we see Hotaru. Nope. The dojo flips on the Field of Ruin province, so that's going to be gone. It's kind of weird that Merlintho played the Belief on the Yokuni, since there was really no indication that he was going to be further dishonored. Court Games was already played. Yeah, but Djincitto, you only had one. Djincitto only had one Cunning Negotiator and 3 Hotaru, so chances were very low that he was going to get a high cost. Totsuri makes for an interesting easy defense. Like you basically need to commit to your defenders and that's it. Need to be careful for the formal invitation. But that's about it. Okay, now we exchange the honor again. Yokuni is still going for Swordsmith. I do there's still the Cloud of Mind and but there is a tea house. So if we say take Challenger Whisper into Military Water, then we can remove the Sashimono. No, we have to go political, but that leaves a not so good attack. Although it's about the same when it comes to Kageu. But yeah, I think it would have to be political water. Get the Cloud of Mind off. Pull in Sotori. Yeah, I see what you would try to do with Takamori, but I like just attacking for 7 and forcing a defense with a character anyway. Because else you break. The one assassination on Dragon side has already been discarded from what I remember, yeah. So this tea house is going to resolve. Merlintho thinking about using Yokuni for defense. That's pretty much best case scenario right now. So, okay, we see first action Honor. Will T-House Cloutermind. Although in the long term I have my doubts as to how achievable the victory is. Crane will do a decent job stalling here, but Kage is still going to have to come at it military. Both characters on the Crane side will be dishonored, leaving a neutral Whisperer and a dishonored Challenger. Remember, double keywords is not a thing, so no double pride. And at least when it comes to the military defense, Toturi is more than enough. So I think we'll see past conflict. I don't think there's really any reason for Merlintho to think as long as they're doing right now. It's clearly that you can't risk the attack, so okay. Apparently what's clear to me is not clear to anyone else. Even allowing the Void Ring. Interesting. Okay, there is still an Indomitable Will possibility. Voice of Honor is turned off, so maybe going for the break is plausible. Okay, Djincitto deciding to go for the defense probably. There's still potential for Brash, Banzai lethal on the Stronghold. Djincitto, if they block, will have to decide on playing cards. Although I think the only card that matters here is a return defense. We'll have to 2-bid, I think, here. Oh no, 1-bid is fine. Perfect cut, okay. Oh, and there's a story defeat. Is this your GG? Yeah, this is GG. I think Djincitto has it. The one-off story defeat. That was a pretty easy defense in all honesty. Okay. Merlintho got a little bit further than I thought. The mistake of attacking into the Fablegram Satori did more damage than I think was obvious at first sight. Definitely not worth the 1 fate. And yeah, Djincitto is showing that Crane can still do its thing. Bit of an uphill battle from here on out, and literally saved by the one-off. But hey, story defeat. It's a pretty good card. All right, thank you all for joining me. This was one of the first games of the Jigoku Invitational. Coming up from my end of things is next Wednesday at 8 p.m. UTC. We have Kotis Corsair versus Rugoni Musashi. So I think that's Lion versus Dragon. And on Tuesday, we have Comeback Man versus 3D Cube, which is going to be Lion versus Phoenix. Unless someone else wants to take that game from me. But yeah, tomorrow at 8:30 UTC and the day after, Wednesday at 8 UTC, Lion Phoenix, and then Lion Dragon. Let me double check. Oh no, sorry. Lion Unicorn on Wednesday. All right. That's it. Thank you all for